Hey guys, we're on day 152. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon. I am finally getting a chance to do some exercise today. It has been non-stop firefighting today, just emergency after emergency coming up. Phone hasn't stopped ringing, but I need to get out, and I've got a package here. Where'd it go? Here it is. Got a package here that I didn't have a chance to run up to the post office until now, and they're closed, so I'm going to go up to the 24-hour kiosk. And that's about, I guess, a mile and a half away. So that'll be about a 3-mile round trip on the bike again. So that fits. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I sweated about half a gallon today. It's hot out. Oh. So yeah, today was emergency after emergency. Some that could have been prevented. One that really pissed me off. Now it's pretty obvious that YouTube is very critical to me and my websites and my projects, so I'm very, very careful about copyright infringement, not putting up any kind of music that would get me dinged, because you get 3 dings, you're suspended, and you get screwed, and that would absolutely kill me. So, I did a slideshow. It took me about 4 hours to put it together last night. Got it made, rendered, uploaded, finally processed, and I made it with this slideshow software called Movie Reveal X, which looks decent. It's got some nice, simple fades, Ken Burn effect, stuff that Lightroom really should have. It's ridiculous that it doesn't. Lightroom has a very good slideshow app built in, but it's very plain. So anyway, it had some royalty-free music in the slideshow software. I'm like, okay, well, there's a couple tracks that sounded decent, so I put them in, and also had 3 tracks that I created with my Sony Cinescore, which I use to generate all the music in all my cigar videos, which is completely legal because it's not music, it's generated sound. Basically, you tell it what you want it to make and it generates a custom song every time. So that's completely safe, and that's what I use on all my videos. Well, I get it processed and ding, 2 copyright infringements. I'm like, what the hell? One of them was this royalty-free music. I'm like, no, I dispute it. And of course, everything on YouTube is automated. You can't talk to anybody to reason with them. So I dispute it. I put it in the comments, and those comments in the form for the feedback does go to the person that's claiming the copyright. So they read it. And I said, no, this is part of Movie Reveal X. It's royalty-free music. It's direct from the software. 5 minutes later, ding, rejected, claim reinstated. What the hell? So I go to Movie Reveal, and they say, oh yeah, it's royalty-free for non-commercial home use only. What the hell good is that? Absolutely useless. Very misleading. Thanks a lot, guys. You just got me a copyright infringement. The second one was for my my generated music. There's this stupid publisher out there who generated a bunch of songs using this software and put them in as copywritten music. You can't do that. You cannot copyright things you don't own, and he doesn't own this stuff. It's generated. He didn't make it, but he's in there, or his publisher is in there, and I've been caught in this a couple times before. There's a couple tracks where if it just happens to generate this one particular segment, it's distinct enough that it automatically picks it up. And I have to go through this every single time with him. I'm about ready to not use these tracks, but they're really good for the kind of, relaxing music in my cigar videos. So I want to use them. But it pisses me off that someone allowed that to be copywritten. And I win that every single time, because all I have to put in there is, no, this is Sony Cinescore generated music, you can't copyright it, and they release it. But I have to go through that every single time, and it's always a fear, what if something goes wrong? What if somebody is being an idiot that day and doesn't realize that they are in the wrong and I get dinged again? But it's just a nightmare. I completely agree with the blocking of copywritten material, but there has to be some more human intervention. There's some common sense missing. And as to movies, screw you guys. You suck. I'm never using your product again. I'm getting a refund because that's absolutely useless to me. And they even have an upload direct to YouTube in the program. I mean, anyone that uses it is going to get a copyright infringement. It's not a feature. It's screwy. And of course, they bury the fine print in the end user agreement that you click through when you install the program. It's nowhere on the product page or anything like that. So that was a complete waste of $60. Anyway, another emergency. I have a lot of people that don't follow best practices, whether it's website creation, content, email, domain registrations. I mean, you have no idea how many people I've had to help out or fix their stuff because domain registration. This is a big one. I had no idea so many people did this, but I understand why people are technically illiterate, all right, and need a lot of help with everything they do on the web. Totally get that. But the one thing I don't get is why they would allow somebody else to register their domain name. People do not realize that's like somebody registering your business name with the state. They own it. When you have somebody else register your, joniesflowers.com, you do not own your domain. You have nothing to do with it. And when you have Joe Schmo do it for you, your web guy or whoever, the friend that helped you out with your website when you set it up, whatever, and Joe Schmo doesn't pay the bill, you don't know where Joe Schmo is anymore, you are not on good terms with Joe Schmo anymore, or he just freaking forgets to pay the bill or renew, you are screwed. And I get these calls, my website's down, it's gone, I can't get my email, what happened? And I look and domain for sale, domain canceled, domain suspended, domain gone, because you didn't pay the bill. It doesn't exist anymore. And in some cases, it's already been auctioned off, and now you have to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars in one case to get your domain back. Then you have to pay the back bill. Then you have to pay the new bill just to get back to where you were. All because you don't own your own business name. Common sense. I'm actually going through all of this and a lot more in a seminar I'm giving in November for a big wedding group in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, or somewhere around there. Anyway, it's a big conference for wedding professionals, and part of my talk is on YouTube, and part of it is on internet best practices. And today, it was a problem with email. A lot of people use their email in completely the wrong way. So many people want to use their inbox, their root inbox, for everything, and just have thousands of emails just sitting in their inbox. They don't use any folders, no organization, nothing. It's either in the inbox, some people don't even delete stuff, or it's in the trash. The inbox is temporary. It is a very volatile space. There's constantly things being written to it, constantly being synced. Stuff happens, all right? It's the internet. Servers crash, servers reboot, communication gets cut. Stuff happens. Well, today, stuff happened, and it may have been right in the middle of a sync. I don't know. I wasn't there. But this woman lost some email that was in her inbox. And I tell everyone I work with and set up, use a temporary folder. I have one I call saved, because when I check my mail, I don't always have time to reply to it. I might be on my phone. I might be on my tablet. And I like to reply to stuff from my desktop where I can type more or have documents that I need to reference or whatever. I don't have time to deal with them right then. So here's what I tell people. When you check your mail, you do one of three things only. You delete it, you reply to it, or you file it. That's it. You do not leave things in your inbox. And I have people say, well, I don't have time to do that. Then you don't have time to check your mail. Because seriously, what are you checking your mail for? If you don't have time to do one of those three basic things, why are you checking your mail? You just want to hear the sound? Are you OCD? You have to check your door 10 times before you leave the house. You have to constantly check your mail, but not do anything with it. Terrible idea. You leave stuff in your inbox, stuff can happen. So file stuff away, Do not treat your inbox as storage. It's just temporary. That way, when shit happens, there's nothing in there. Who cares? Everything's already filed away and safe. Real easy. Anyway, that's enough of that today. I am hot, sweaty, need a shower, and I'm hungry. See you guys tomorrow.